Are you coming back to school with me? We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson Wood, your host on Teaching with Board Games, and I'm going to do something which is a first for me on my channel, which is an unboxing video. I've seen unboxing videos on other channels, and it's not necessarily something I like to watch all the time. I've maybe watched a few, but it's not one of my favorite things. But I know some people do like it, and I thought this one was kind of interesting. Instead of doing an unboxing of the actual game itself and showing the components, which I can do afterwards, but just taking it right from the main box here, because this is a Kickstarter I just got in. This is compounded by Greater Than Games. And I actually, to be very honest, I thought it was Genius Games at first. I had to double check when I saw it, because I guess my mind, I just saw the G and it was a science game, so my mind just assumed Genius Games, but it's Greater Than Games. And so this is their game, and I was really amazed when how heavy this box is. Like, I don't remember. I remember I'd seen the notices about compounded coming in and such, but I'd kind of forgotten what I'd ordered. So this is kind of a nice little surprise for me too. So let's dive right in and see what I got. So when doing something like this, I've got a sharp tool. You want to make sure that when you're going through cutting through the tape, you don't want to go too deep. The last thing you want to be doing is scratching your box. I'm just going to go very gently, maybe just poke a hole here, and then cut up, pull up as opposed to down. That way I'm making sure that I'm not going too deep to hurt my thing. Paper, got some bubble wrap. Oh, well, I've got a bunch of things here. Cool. All right, so let's just pull this all out and we'll separate it on the table here. All right, just reposition the camera a bit. Pardon the glare. This is because I don't have a proper studio or lighting equipment, things like that. So this is a nice little, so it's the element tray by Greater Than Games. So a premium element tray. That's kind of cool. A little flask. And a Lab Notes refill pack. So refill pack requires the game Lab Notes to play. Okay, so this is like a score thing. So let me just save the best stuff for last. And slide that down the edge here, slice that, and I can purchase here to so this hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, Bunsen burner, selected otherwise. Wow. Single bond, double bond, triple bond, just a bond. Here is Compounded Lab Notes, the Chem Lab Roll and Write game by Daryl Lauder. All right. Class is now in session for Lab Notes. The Roll and Write scientific notes game features the brain-teasing challenge of forming chemical bonds. Each round, a player rolls all the elemental dice for hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, or a useful but dangerous Bunsen burner. The player rolling chooses their elements first, leaving the rest of the table to scratch their heads to fit the remainder within their own Lab Notes. Will you get the top score and become head of the class? This is Lab Notes. So that's Lab Notes. What's this? Oh, right. That's compounded. This is Lab Notes. So I guess Lab Notes is an additional game. So I guess there's two games in this. Okay, we'll save this one for last. I'll save the actual openings. Here is the compounded peer-reviewed edition, the compound building game from the lab of Daryl Lauder. So Daryl Lauder is the author of both these games. So step into the role of chemists and compounded the peer-reviewed edition. Grapple for recognition and get credit for your discoveries, all while competing for limited resources. With a little strategy, strike deals with the competition to ensure your work gets done, but watch out for lab fires. Track your score along the actual periodic table of elements, and perhaps you'll even pick up some fun facts about chemistry and lab work along the way. So you have some acrylic elements, compound parts, blah, blah, blah. bunch of different things here. Interesting. All right, periodic table of elements. 2 to 5 players, 14 plus, 45 to 70 minutes. And this one is, doesn't have, there we go. 2 to 5 players, 14 plus, 40 minutes. Okay, so let's take a look at lab notes first. So the rule book looks like those old books you might get used for school. So the goal of lab notes is to make chemical compounds using covalent bonds, avoid lab fires, and score the most points. I wonder if he has had a lot of issues with lab fires, because he mentions that in Compound as well as this game. All right. Okay, so that's the rule book. So I like the color, the nice little illustrations and things in here. And yeah, looks like it's going to be a neat little chemistry game. All right, and there's another pad. So this is an additional pad. This is same as this one. This is just extras. So play many games of that. What is this? Is this a pencil sharpener? It's a pencil sharpener. It comes with a pencil sharpener. That's cool. I have never had a game before that's come with its own pencil sharpener. That's pretty cool. All right, there's your dice. Supplies pencils with erasers. That's cool. One of those are good erasers. Sometimes you get those erasers that are like covered in a wax or something and just rip the paper apart. You get cards and bigger cards and okay. Sometimes you'll find they put something under these box insert things here. Oops. All right, so that is. Now, obviously, what I'll be doing is once I've had a chance to look over these games and get to know them, then I will be doing my reviews on them. So look forward to those in the near future. And the rule book. That. This one. Again, just gently down the side here, in between. Just slide it along. Now I can get the plastic out. Now, some game stores, I know Level Up Games has one. Maybe not just game stores, but I mean, it's just to recycle this kind of plastic requires a special bin. You don't just put this in a regular recycling bin. I know. Well, I'm saying this one because I know Level Up Games has a special bin that they have, and I believe they had to pay extra for it. But anyway, they have a bin in their store that it takes this kind of plastic and only this kind of plastic into that recycling section. So it's just a nice thing if you find that your store does have something like that. It's just a nice that they're taking that kind of initiative, that care to help the planet out a bit by having a place to recycle that stuff as opposed to just ending up in the garbage. All right, so here's the rule book for Compounded. And I'm not big on my scientists and things, but I'm wondering if that's like Marie Curie and Washington Carver, or okay. Yeah, people who know more about science and things maybe identify those people that are there. So that's the rule book. The rule book is it's nice quality paper, good color illustrations and things. Looks nicely laid out, round structure. Lab partners, okay. Well, actually you can put notes in here if there's things that you I guess want to make notes on for whatever reason. And you have these tokens that you can punch out here. I'll leave that one in there. Fire extinguishers for those fires, goggles, droppers, flasks, Bunsen burners, and so on. Okay, and your periodic table of elements. Okay, so you're playing on this game board, so it's going to help people to learn some of that by applying that to a game. Gamification of something like the periodic table of elements is great. I still need to look at Genius Games game Periodic, which is all about the periodic table of elements. So it looks like some things to build here. Construct these, so put these in. Oh, you know what this is? The 3 pieces here go into here. This is just a cardboard version of this flask. So this is, that's what that is. And I guess this is a piece for something else. Okay, put those to one side. And these, oh, no. These are a little, you can't see it necessarily, but these are just slightly recessed. I was thinking maybe you punch them out, but there's nothing on the back here to indicate that they're punched out. But it's like a millimeter lower than the space on the beside it. Okay, so discover, study, research, and lab. What available elements you have. Okay, looks like all the boards are the same, just with, you know, the different color: blue, green, brown, orange, purple. I always find it interesting when board games take, you know, different color choices, you know, away from you usually have your primary red, yellow, blue. You know, green is popular, sometimes blue, purple. Okay, nice little cloth bag here. Now, one thing I've been forgetting to mention is that being a Kickstarter, some of these things that you're seeing here may not be available if you're buying the retail copy. So just keep that in mind as a Kickstarter game, that sometimes things that come in the game are only for the Kickstarter. It's like the Kickstarter exclusive. This might be one example. You might not be getting this one, or maybe bought separately, but that is, you have to expect when you are buying a game that has been Kickstarted, when you're buying the retail version, that you're not going to get everything that the people got from the Kickstarters. That's part of the incentive of backing the Kickstarter in the first place. So you got some nice little tokens here. I guess these are probably representing this. You have, yeah, maybe your different, you know, elements in here. Matching the colors. You have your acrylic tokens here. Looks like the thimble from Monopoly. And then some flasks, tubes. All right. So you've got all kinds of different components here. Nice quality components. I'll take a moment too. I'll see this one here, like these silica gel packs. I keep anything, you know, anytime I find silica gel packs and whatever it is that I've bought, and I find this a silica gel pack and it's something you'd normally throw away, I don't. I keep them, and I keep them inside my board game boxes because they are a desiccant, which means they absorb moisture, and they can help you to avoid having your board games warp, and they can even actually unwarp board games which have warped due to moisture. So it's good to keep them around. So whenever you find those silica gel packs, keep them and put them in board game boxes. All right. This one's a little tricky up here. Just want to show you some of the cards. That little tab, I can quite grab the tab to unzip it. Okay, so you have these different hydrozoic acids, so it's showing you different compounds here, combining the different elements together. Okay, so they're all the same backing, and then there's the dreaded fires. Okay. And there we go, I got that one. sticking to me. All right, so these look like player reference cards here, which are always very handy. Love having a reference card, something you can just, refer back to as opposed to having to go back to the rule book all the time. And then these look like more complex versions of some of these. Ammonium carbonate. Oh man, sulfuric acid. Cool. What? Nitroglycerin. That's pretty complex. Neat. All right, well, like I said, I will have to be taking a look at this one, giving it a full glance over, and then I will give you my thoughts and reviews on it. But I was thinking, because I got this in and I have never done it before, that it might be kind of neat to do an unboxing, because I'm unboxing it right from the very box it came to me in, and the whole Kickstarter and everything, because I wasn't even sure why it was so heavy. Like, what was it all that I got in there? And I'd forgotten that I'd ordered lab notes as well with it. So I was just expecting compounded. So the lab notes was a nice little bonus. All right. So that is my unboxing of Lab Notes and Compounded, games by Daryl Lauder from Greater Than Games. And hope you enjoyed it. If this is something you'd like to see more of, if you want me to do more unboxing videos when I'm getting new games in, then let me know. I could definitely do that. Or if if you have other Greater Than games that you want me to do reviews of, then let me know that too. Anything else you can suggest to me, I'm always open to suggestions from the viewers. Love to hear from you. But that is going to wrap it up for today's episode. Until next time, I'm Craig Thompson-Wood, your host on Teaching with Board Games, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.
Are you coming back to school with me?